Hello, CM volunteers. This summer, our children's team read a book called It's Personal by Reggie Joyner. The book highlights the story of Zacchaeus,
a story from the Gospel of Luke that you might be pretty familiar with.
As chief tax collector in Jericho, Zacchaeus was hated by the entire town.
He was greedy, cheating people, demanding more taxes than required, and keeping the excess and living lavishly. Because of this, Zacchaeus was isolated and alone. No one in the town wanted anything to do with him, even the other tax collectors.
Then, one day, Jesus comes to town. This is during the height of his ministry. His name was being talked about everywhere.
And when he entered Jericho, everyone was scrambling to get a glimpse of Jesus, including Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus was so eager to see Jesus that he climbed to a tree to see over the crowds of people. Jesus approaches Zacchaeus,
calls him by his name, and says, "I'd like to come have dinner with you." Of all the people gathered, Jesus selected the most hated man in the town to spend time with.
And during this dinner, Zacchaeus was so overcome by conviction, he stood up and shouted that he would like to give half his wealth to the poor and pay back those he had cheated.
Zacchaeus had one encounter with Jesus, and it totally transformed his heart and his future.
What Jesus did for Zacchaeus was personal.
Jesus was personal. He touched the people that had diseases.
He spoke respectfully to scandalous women.
He wept at the tomb of a friend.
He washed the feet of his disciples.
He invited himself to parties, and he played with the children.
Why? Because Jesus saw people differently.
He honored those that were disgraced,
Befriended those who were marginalized.
He embraced those that were rejected,
And forgave those that were shunned.
believed in those that were broken.
Jesus never got so busy trying to save everyone that he didn't stop to save that one.
Zacchaeus felt seen. Jesus called him by his name and spent time with him, showing him that he too was worthy of God's love, mercy, and grace.
The story of Zacchaeus is a great example of our goal in children's ministries. We may not be ministering to tax collectors, but we have the opportunity to make children feel seen and introduce them to Jesus to ensure they grow up knowing that they are worthy of Jesus' love and grace.
It's crucial that we get personal with kids and make our way to the front lines where the battle for our children's future is fierce. Today more than ever, kids need role models to demonstrate the goodness of our great God.
They need to know how incredibly loved and special they are.
They need to know that He who created the heavens and the earth also created them. And He created them for a good purpose and a plan to give them a hope and a future.
We want our kids to know they are loved and valued and always welcome in God's house. And this incredible honor and responsibility to model the way is given to all of us.